Hello there everyone, welcome back to Scrap with Penny. I've got a good stack of layouts today for a layout share, and these layouts feature 2024 Simple Stories online classes that were taught by the amazing and incredible Jana Eubank. She is such a great teacher, she's got a wonderful pace, and so I'm going to show the Just Beachy line and the Simple Vintage Scary Stories. The configuration, the projects in each class changes. Some classes had more layouts than others. The mix between single and double also changes. But when you take one class, you get a free preview of the next one for the projects. So on this one, she had us using a Simple Stories template, and I liked that she taught us how, you can rotate it to be portrait here and landscape here. That was something new. And then she had us use the alphabet stickers in the sticker book to create our title, and that was something I had never thought of either. So little mini staples, all the fun things. She is so great at scene building. So the next layout I have is another double layout for the Just Beachy class. And it's using the same template, you can see. The kit contents come, there it would be, I don't know, I guess it would have been like that. The kit contents total $150, and so then the class projects are basically free. That's how it works. So she had a stitch in between the pictures, and I lifted this idea for my New Year's layout I shared earlier, and then the whole thing for a Christmas layout I shared earlier. Stitching around the sun. So fun. Now she machine stitches, but I don't have a machine. I had a machine and I never used it, and I got rid of it. So I just hand stitch. She had us cut on the diagonal. Part of the class also is a mini album. So you get 2 complete collections of the paper and then a 6x8 pad, and then all the journal bits, page pieces, chipboard, sticker book, brads. This one has stitching on the edge. This uses the chipboard frame, and I have said earlier I never used the chipboard frames until last year, and it was in these classes that I learned. So there's one out there for Fresh Air, Just Beachy, Simple Vintage Linen Market, Simple Vintage Scary Stories, and then Santa's Village. This is a single. She had us pleat this paper, so it's 2 pieces of paper that the seam is hidden behind that flower cluster. And then this is another chipboard frame. So through all the classes, I exercised my creative muscles, and I really think I came away a better scrapbooker for it. Not just to have fun and color inside someone else's lines. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I don't grow my wheat from scratch and grind it for flour for a cake. So a lot of times when we're creating something, we're not doing everything from scratch. So I just fell in love. The first class I took was the Simple Vintage Linen Market in July, and because our anniversary is in July. And then I went back and grabbed this one, the Just Beachy, and then I went even farther back and grabbed the first one, the Fresh Air, which is the spring line. Now I'm diving into, I was going to mention that some of those last layouts were taken at Disney's Private Island Castaway Cay. And this is the Simple Vintage Scary Stories. I adore this line. We do Halloween at the parks at Magic Kingdom, and this was just perfect for that. just, using tags for layering, and then this jute twine, which I got at Joann's, which no more Joann. Well, you may still have one open. The last time I went into mine, it was abysmal, and I decided I wasn't going back. No, it's okay. Shh. This was a bonus layout, so we made it with the leftover scraps, and we had to supply the craft piece of paper for the background, but you do pretty much burn through the whole collection, which is novel. And she had me mist here, which, oh, it's always, scary for me to work with anything wet like that. This is a double layout, and this is why I went searching for that rickrack die that I shared earlier as well for this top piece. I wanted it to be pretty, not uneven and jagged like I cut like I'm in kindergarten or something. So sometimes it's hard to keep your pictures clean. I'm filming this video so I can get these put away. They've been out far too long. But look here, she had us run string through the skeleton. Now this was very fiddly, but I thought that the result was really worth it. And then, she had me inking, and I used the Lawn Fawn River Rock, tying the little bow around the cat's collar. And this tint, this hue of this paper is just, I love it. On this layout, she had us all searching for our old school Creative Memories circle cutting system. I tried cutting it with dies with my Anna Griffin Impress, and it left marks on the pictures, so it was all pretty tricky to figure it out. This little guy was chipboard, and he's not loose, so we just taped him down. But she taught us how to use the crochet thread to create the spider web look, and distressing the edges, the washi. So much fun. She leaned into the rosettes that were pictured in the line, or I should say included in the line. And then this was using our kit for this class included the photo template that I think it's 16 squares, and we just used we didn't use all 16. We just used 12 of them. So it's another chipboard frame, and then she had us wrap. That's come loose a little. I'll have to work it down and see if I can glue it down before I put it away. But chipboard frame and spider web on the title. This was just about the cutest thing ever, and I had to get supplies so I can make this layout for my other son. So on the 4x4 template, she had us just use one column of it to create these photo strips, and so you get this beautiful, consistent lining up of your margins. And this is my oldest son on his Halloweens. There's one year I'm missing, and I don't have any idea what happened. I went back to work in there somewhere, and I missed Halloween one year because well, I won't go into it. But I thought this was really sweet. And so she uses the Simple Stories cardstock, and every class is different. Isn't that so sweet? I told her, so you get a Facebook group, and you can also access your classes through their website, through your class store. But I told her I don't know how she comes up with all these new ideas every time. And so here we made a lot of rosettes, and you had to pack your patience on getting those to set up. but I just thought it turned out adorable. And you know, here the idea of just showing part of a tag on the top and bottom, and then the buttons and the brads that were in the center of all the rosettes. So yep, that is the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Scary Stories online class, and the Simple Stories Just Beachy class. I'll have links to both classes in the item description. So I'm curious, have you ever taken an online class, or do you have any interest in learning and having someone design it for you? The most fun part is that she really does a great job on her instructions, and so it's very clear where you're headed, and her pace is so good in the class, and I'm hooked. So after the Simple Vintage Scary Stories, we did one with Santa's Village, and then in 2025 the first class was using Front Porch, and oh, those turned out so pretty. And I'll be sharing all of my class layouts. You'll just have to watch for them. I'll put them in the Simple Stories playlist. So thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. I'll be back soon with more layouts, videos, and a little stash busted magic. So please come back and crop with me. Until next time, happy scrapping, and remember, this is where paper meets story. Bye-bye.